Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to the 3D printing ranch. I uh, I learned something today that y'all really might want to learn. I don't know. Seems like pretty useful information to me. See, a lot of times when you have these tall little things, it's really good to build have your machine build plate adhesion. Sticks them down, they don't fall over, they actually finish. Wonderful. But there is a drawback to plate adhesion. For one, they all stick together, which on these little parts, no biggie. They rip right off. They're shaped just right. It's literally clean it with your fingernail. Okay, no problem. Clean it with the fingernail. Throw it in the box for the next step. Okay, now these nice long things. Okay, we're gonna pull off as much as we can. Okay, that's as much as we can easily get off. Now, the rest of it is left this what's called, I learned, called an elephant's foot right here, where it's just kind of splayed out. And then you also got on the bottom side of this, what you should be able to right there to see light through it. You got plate adhesion on the bottom side, clear through there. That now it's a real pain in the butt to get out. So whenever you can, if it's like a nice long part like this particular one, do it with other parts like it that you don't need plate adhesion, or in this case, support is like this little hole that I just cleaning out. It's small enough where it doesn't need support, but I ran this with something else that did need support, so I went ahead and clicked the button to give it support. Unfortunately, that hole was full of stuff because of the support. It wants to support that top part. Well, on a hole this small, with my machine, I've got an Ender 3. Oh, I love this little machine. Um, oh, it's cheap as a whistle, and it's just incredible. This thing just prints and prints and prints and prints. Um, but so it doesn't need all that support. So the two lessons are: one, you get a nice long huge part like this one. Um, you really don't need support on it. So run it with a part just like it. I mean, they're different lengths. This is my 200 millimeter, and that's my 100 millimeter or 150 millimeter. But they're the same thing. They don't pull up, up off the bed easily. So you don't need all this extra. Plus, it wastes material. And all this material could go into your next part. So, the two lessons are: one, run like parts with like parts. And then like something like this where it's all, wobbly and fall over. Well, that one you go ahead and do run plate adhesion. And when you do, if you notice the little hole there from where the other one I pulled off is, put them as close as you can. You don't want them touching. You just find their closest point and you just get them as close. That way the plate adhesion, it not only works on the one part, it works on the next part and the next part and the next part, which really can help, geometrically hold in. Uh, the main thing everybody on the YouTube seems to talk about is plate adhesion. They just, they use this to put it down, they use that to put it down, and I'm not here to say good or bad. I mean, so far, like I say, I'm learning. Um, at this point, nobody is sponsoring me. or given me even free stuff yet. Um, I would love to have all my favorite printer filament guys support me in all this, but the things I tell you about them because what I what in my level I know that's good stuff. If it wasn't good stuff, I wouldn't tell you. I may someday find out that well, it won't be this thing because it's already proven it's great. But some of the other stuff, I might find out that I'm totally wrong. I'll tell you then that I found out I'm totally wrong too. But Ender 3, you can get it for under 300 bucks. Um, Definitely, if you're going to get serious about this, you want two, three, four of them. They call them a print farm. I'm going to call mine a print ranch, so hey, whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm going to get me two, three, four of these because I'm disabled. I got to stay at home, um, basically, and so for me, it's manufacturing. It's something that I can do. Right now, I'm working on these little dog bone extenders for your favorite camera. Um, I've got three sizes I'm making. One of them's on the print board right now. Um, Unfortunately, and the reason that I do need to get more is this one is scheduled to be a 14-hour print. However, the speed this particular machine likes that I turn it down to, it's going to actually be about a 16, closer to 17-hour print. And that'll be three sets of what I'm selling. Um, so, no problem. Eventually, it will add up, and then I go and I like going to these little craft fair things, um, and I haven't done it with this stuff yet. But what I have done in the past, I'm expecting good things. I'm getting a bunch of these things built up, and then I'm gonna go sell them. Um, and what I make, I'm gonna get me another Ender 3. There are others out there. Um, you know, this one's made a believer out of me. I love the way it works. Uh, I just love this machine. So I'm gonna get me another at least one right away. Uh, and then of course, be able to manufacture more. Because again, the quality, it's there. Uh, this thing has as good a quality as anything I've heard about. Um, it's you gotta put it together yourself. It comes in a kit, um, and you basically you assemble it. The instructions, they're mainly pictures, but hey, follow some pictures. They work just fine. Um, oh well, I'm rambling. I just wanted to let you guys know about this one. I've been picking with my thumbnails, and you'll find if you're like me, you're gonna end up with no nails left because you just start doing this stuff. But with your nail, I've noticed it doesn't scratch up the plastic. It doesn't look like somebody kicked it down the street and you pick it up and decide to sell it. Um, and I think that is kind of important. Somebody's giving you money, they want a good product. I hope this all helps you. Click that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, at some point, YouTube will let me officially turn this whatever I got to turn it into. For right now, I'm just, the amateur person on YouTube. Later on, love y'all. Message me. I'm going to be having Fan Fridays for letters. I've actually received a couple of letters. Message me. I'll send you my mailing address if you'd like to be on it. Or if you'd like me to show off something that you built. Recently. And that's one thing you're going to notice with my videos. I may start off on one subject. Yeah, I can touch 10. I've had shrapnel go through the left hemisphere of my brain. And I think I'm doing incredibly well. It's done a few things to me. Um, oops. That I've just had to learn to deal with. But all in all, I'm okay. There's a lot of people just they didn't make it. Hoorah! Okay, now I am working on this. Okay, as you see it, the magnetic part, I don't know exactly what it's called, um, but let me get closer here. My little magnets, they're in there, and when they go spinning around, you got the bearing here and another one here in the bottom of this part. I do know it's the stator. Um, that's where your wiring goes. But this one spins around and translates out here to a pulley to a windmill that I'm eventually building. The design will be on sale, both on Patreon and a couple other places, and so you can get it yourself. This here this is what I call my working design. This is working design number 2. The first one made it up to about there. Found out what I needed to find out, changed what I needed to change, and went to this one. This one, I kind of also call it my final draft, because this is where you find out, did everything mesh up that all you changed through? And this one did. I got my bearing fitting nice and snug and tight. Um, put it in, spins just incredibly well. No rough, no rubbing. Um, Now, as you see this, it's got support in here, but these little fins and the whole thing, it comes up to about here on the generator. But then all your wiring goes around here, and this is going to be 3-phase wild AC. And then I'll be when it comes into the house, it'll get converted into 12 volt and goes into my solar wind generation system. Right now I've got fairly decent. We're not powering the whole house by any means yet, but contributing quite a bit. And this, to be honest with you, I don't even have an idea how much power it's going to make. The one that I basically got the idea off of was quite a bit smaller, far less magnets, about a third less magnets, 2-phase, which isn't going to generate quite as much as 3-phase, and he was claiming 600 watts. We'll see. I would love to get a kilowatt out of this, but I'll let you know. I'm just doing the best I can. I don't know what the design will be. It'll be less than most everybody, because I'm not in this to become rich. I definitely like to be able to afford my hobby, though. Okay, put that up there. I work on that when I'm not doing something to actually produce. These camera support extension arms, whatever you want to call them, they are for to support my habit of working on this stuff. Something I learned recently from who was it? I think it was Angus. Not really sure who he is, because again, that's part of my thing. I forget names. But I believe his name is Angus. He did a video on how to make money with your 3D printing, and there's this one site that I was thinking on going to that at this point I guess they're closing it anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. Thank you for that advice, Angus. But he was telling me, one of the things you want to do is really get known. And so one of the things I'm doing is any of the parts that I make, I'm putting my name on them. I'm proud of them. They're high quality as far as I know that I can do. When I know that I can do better, I will do better. Um, that's part of this. It's also an art form. You just try to do your best. You try to get your to become your best. Um,